Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session of the Liberation Conference, day 2. If you can hear me, please drop some message in the chat box. Let me see you. I'll be waiting for today, waiting for you guys. And we're finally here. Awesome. I'm seeing Okhai story. My Liberation is here. Nana David. I'm seeing a host of many others. So happy to be here again. Yesterday's session was a success. Yeah, I'm seeing Patrick. I'm seeing Aisha. I'm seeing Abosede. I'm seeing Cynthia. You guys are welcome. Happy to have you here again. Wisdom says cracking his head. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. Yes. Saba, you're welcome. Banjo, you're welcome. You guys are awesome. I really enjoyed yesterday's session. You guys made it so wonderful. And you made us happy to drop all the value that we had. Learn with Faithful. Faithful, you're welcome, my friend Faithful. It's time for liberation. Woo! Awesome. So today we're going to be having a very, it's going to be loaded again, but it's going to be a continuation of what we did yesterday, right? So yeah, I can see your internet party. Good afternoon to you too, my friend. You guys are welcome. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing about the part 2 of gaining personal financial supremacy, right? And it's more or less the continuation of what we started yesterday, right? We gave you guys just the initial breakdown. Today we have to follow it up. We flawed it yesterday. Today we're going to finish the building, because before we can really start giving you guys all you need, all the necessary skills, all the information to start making money from LinkedIn, start making money from your career, start making money from freelancing, right? Your business, whatever you do, we need to tackle your mindset. We need to teach you exactly how money works. We need to let you know how to really attract money, how to handle money, right? How to have different streams of income that money can keep coming to you, so you do not depend on just one stream, right? Because if one stream should close, it will be very difficult for you to sustain yourself. So you need to have multiple streams of income, right? You need to have a mindset that attracts money. So I came up with something this morning. Before the ending of this session, we're going to be sharing it with you, right? I can see Susie. You're welcome, Susie. I can see Tommy Lola. Hello to you. I can see Simplitude, or is it Simplitude? Okay. All right. All right. Hi, Adeyemo. All right. So give me a moment, guys. I want to do something. So you can still hear me.
Hi everyone, are you excited today? Let me know if you're excited. And also, I'm not seeing anybody. Is nobody excited? This is Liberation O'Clock. Damn it! I mean, if you are not excited, we need to check your. We need to go check you at the hospital or something. Are you excited today? My time of liberation is now. Somebody say my time of liberation is now. I need to see it rolling in the chat box. My liberation has come. My liberation is today. Embodied liberation. I walk as someone that has been liberated. Hi. Glory to God. Glory. Glory. Scream glory. Let me see it in the chat box. Glory. Glory. Because Peter. Okay, so just give me a moment. I'll be bringing Clinton just a little of Iki Hagi. He got off the chat. He got off the back end there. Trusting will be back very, very soon. So okay, before Clinton comes back, can you let me in on what you learned yesterday? Can you let me in on what you learned yesterday? What exactly did you learn yesterday? Okay. Type it in the chat box. Let's do the recap in the chat box. I am waiting. I am waiting. What did you learn yesterday?
But you dey see me at all. Am I showing there? I did not showing.
To attract money, you need to have the right mindset. What actually stood out for me is the mindset we need to have towards money. Everything starts with the mind. Use the volume. Damn, Samson is saying the lordship of money or the slavery of money or the fun. Start living your dream before you get to it. Good, good, good. These are also, yes, slave. These are awesome. Money is a Bible. Money, I'm holy. When I say holy, I mean holy. I didn't mean holy. I mean holy. Yeah, I do. Clinton is that is bad and the Lord. I so much love this. I so much love this. This is wonderful. So Clinton is back. Clinton, can we have you now?
Yeah, sorry guys, I was kicked out again. I was battling my way back into the conference, and well, I'm here. I hope you guys did not miss me too much. So yesterday when we started, we were so eager to give you guys value, and we we missed an important aspect. And I was laughing right when Denu was teaching. I I kept on saying we did not even introduce ourselves. What if there are some people in the house that do not know us, right? Although you guys must have been hearing, you have been seeing the flyers up and down, right? Seeing my name, Clinton Okhai, seeing Denu Born, right? But I'm pretty sure some people do not know who we are. So let me give you a brief introduction to who we are. Yeah, so my name is Clinton Okhai. For those of you who do not know me, I am a freelancing coach, right? A personal branding and monetization coach for freelancers. Yeah, I go by the title the liberator of freelancers. If you know me, if you're in the house and you know me, can I see some beautiful messages in the chat box? If you know me, please let me know that you know me so I know that I have my people in the house, right? Yeah, awesome, awesome, wonderful. Teslima said I'm a LinkedIn dad. So real, my friend, he knows I'm the liberator of freelancers. Yeah, so let me just give you a little breakdown of what I do. So I'm the CEO of Kaisension. Kaisension is an agency that is all about personal branding, right? For for freelancers, even for CEOs, right? The aim is to help people create unstoppable brands, right? And I brought this into this conference together with Denu so that we can help you guys also create an unstoppable brand for yourself so that you can start making money, you can start going places, you can start moving up and scaling your businesses, right? So, like I said, I'm a personal branding and monetization coach. DK said she knows me. That's wonderful. I'm seeing Henry. Henry, you're welcome. Lovely to get to have you here. So that's about me. Then Denu is one of the big influencers of LinkedIn, right? He's been in the game for years, right? He's the founder of Go Local Diaries and Denu Money Circle, right? He he's the viral author. Yeah, he creates books for authors that go viral. If you want your book to go viral, Denu is the man for you. Yeah, so we actually started this conference. In case you do not know, in case you have not been seeing the reasons, the mission, and the purpose of why we started this conference is to help people, right? Is to help you to defeat your limiting mindset when it comes to money, especially because, like I said, I'm a coach for freelancers, and I've worked with a lot of freelancers, right? And the major thing that I discovered was that many of them had limiting mindset when it comes to money, right? They want to win. They want to be able to close clients, right, for big amounts of money, for $1,000, $3,000, 5,000, even $10,000. But they are not able to do that because of the limiting mindset that they have around money. So I had a plan to host my own masterclass, and then all of a sudden I saw Dane talking about this same thing, and then we got talking. I was like, bro, you're trying to do the same thing that I was trying to do. And then he laughed. Then we got talking. Then we had to do this together. We brought our heads together. All the things I was going to teach in my own master class and all he was going to teach in his class. We decided to merge it together so we can give people premium value, right? So it's not just going to be talking about money, right? The fundamental needs, fundamental mindset that you need to make money, right? I'm not just going to be talking about how to close clients, right? Because if you have just the fundamental knowledge about money and you do not know how to close clients for big amounts, you just know that okay, when you get money, you be using the system, right? The 10, 10, 10, 70, right? You might still be closing clients for $100, right? And then be sharing the money in that aspect, right? You might not still be feeling liberated. But if you're able to get clients that can pay you big amounts of money that you truly desire, right? I mean, I know all of us here want to make more than $1,000. We want to make $10,000. We want to make $50,000 for our businesses, right? So I'd like to ask you guys because I want to know how big your mind is right now. Because from this stage, from this second day, we are moving up, right? Those that have not joined, I'm sorry for those that have not joined, because from here we are going high up. So I'd like to know how big your mindset is. I'd like to know if yesterday what I said to you, what Denu said to you, if it shook your mindset, if you actually went back to do some introspection. I want to know, how much money do you think you'll be able to make before the year ends? Or rather, how much money would you like to earn in dollars? Please, you guys, I want to say it in the comment section. How much money would you like to earn before the year ends, before the ending of December? Tell me, I want to see it, guys. Yeah, I'm still waiting for it to. Okay, I'm seeing Ujunwa said $6,000. I'm seeing Samson said $1,000. I'm seeing Sulia, she said $1,000. Wow, this is awesome. Right? I'm seeing $5,000 from Grace. I'm seeing Maria say $1,000. I'm seeing Faithful $5,000. I'm waiting for somebody to say $15,000, $20,000. Or you don't think you can make that, right? Okay, $10,000. That's good. I'm seeing Osaya said $10,000. Abigail said $10,000. That's wonderful, right? Because here's the thing. Ujima says she just needs 4K to do. That's good. It's still very good, right? So that's okay. That's okay, right? At least I'm not seeing anybody type lower than 1,000. I'm seeing $100,000 from Toliwa Rashe. Wow, that's awesome. $100,000. It's possible for you to make that. But remember what I said yesterday. Do you have what it takes to make $100,000? Do you have the value to exchange for $100,000? Right? It's not about just wanting $100,000. It's possible. So many people made $100,000 today. So many people have made $1 million today. Some people have made $10 million just today, right? But what made it possible for them to make that amount of money is the amount of value they could give in exchange for that money. So you want to revamp your mindset a little more, right? Because we do not feel that we have hit the nail on the head completely. So today's module 2 is going to be about continuation, right? Of gaining personal financial supremacy, right? We want to teach you how not to make bad money choices, right? How to clear your debt in the twinkle of an eye. A lot of people are in debt, right? Me personally, I've been in debt and it wasn't funny. I had so many banks, so many all these lending sites, lending companies, right? All these loan companies rather calling me here and there, telling me I'm owing them so and so amount of money. I could not have peace of mind. In a day, I could get like two or three people call me that I'm owing them money, that they are going to report me to everybody in my contact list and all that, right? Some of you might be owing money right now. Some of you might be in debt, right? It's 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 something that happens to everybody once in a while, right? Debt. In fact, most of the richest people, they are in debt, but they use debt for something different. The kind of debt that they incur is different from the ones that we that have not made so much money, right? Incur. So if you have debt right now, if you are struggling with debt, you have people pushing you here and there. We're going to be teaching you how to clear up that debt in the twinkle of an eye, right? I'm going to teach you how to make more money, how to create multiple streams of income for yourself so that you will not be depending on just maybe or your service business as a ghostwriter, right? You'll not be depending on just maybe you create digital products or you're an affiliate marketer or whatever it is that you do, right? You will have multiple. Someone is saying there's a distortion in my voice. Can you guys can you guys hear me well? Okay. Another person said the screen is blurry. Wow. It's very clear at my own end. So okay, so we are gonna be teaching you about how to get different streams of income for yourself, and also the screen is not clear. Okay, let me try and do something about that. While I'm trying to fix that, you can still hear my voice. If you can hear my voice, let me know. as I'm trying to fix that. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Right. So we want to teach you how to build sustainable wealth, right? So that you will not have high BP. I know most of us are not up to 50 yet. If you're up to 50, please indicate. So I'll know the age range of people that are here, right? I know most of us are not up to 50. So you should not be having high BP. Okay, so I should change it from auto to 720. I think it's on 720. I'll check that. I'll check that. I'm trying to. Is it clearer now? Is it is it better now? Can you guys? Someone is saying my voice is cracking. Another person is saying it's clear. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Can you hear me better? Can you see me? I'm trying to fix this thing so you guys can see me well, right? Because this is not just an audio session; it's also a video session. And you can check your own settings because it's very clear from my own end. So if you can check your YouTube settings, you can change it from auto to 720 so it can be clear for you. Oh, that's wonderful. It's clear now. Thank you so much. Right. So I'm going to be leaving the stage for Dane to continue from where he stopped yesterday because he is the king of finance, right? He's an expert when it comes to finances, right? He even has his own um, private money circle, like I said earlier. He calls it Denu Money Circle. I'm part of that circle. That's why you can see that um, I have a good ground when it comes to finances. So Denu is going to be taking stage now. I'm going to continue from top yesterday, right? So Denu, stage is all yours.
I, 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 Clinton, round of applause in the comment section. Let's give him a round of applause. Celebrate him for that structure and even more that he did. And then yes, I welcome you here. I welcome you officially here to the second day two of this immersive library, and I'm so definite that you're going to be liberated. I'm so convinced that you're going to be liberated, that there's going to be a shifting in the way you've been doing things before to doing things better. So yesterday we talked about yesterday, just a little bit of recap. These are the things that we talked about yesterday. You can see my screen. Personal financial supremacy, what exactly personal financial supremacy is. We talked about the mindset of money, how to make money your slave. It is very, very important. You mentioning and making of it. Then we went into retrospection that no matter what happens, no matter how poor you are in your personal finance, you always need to be in retrospection and you don't necessarily regret, isn't it? Then we talked about the foundational principles of money that you always be on. That is the 10-10-10-17 principle, and it also eats us deep. If I've been seeing the post that a number of you have been making, and to be very, very honest, I'm impressed about how it impacted you guys were. And today we'll be taking it a little step further as we round up the personal financial session. Tomorrow is the day you must never miss. You must not try to miss tomorrow, because that tomorrow will now be dealing with the principles of viral authority. How do you go viral? How do you go viral? You don't want to miss tomorrow. You don't want to miss tomorrow. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly, loud and clear? I think Maria, she's saying she's not hearing me clearly. Can you hear me loud and Hello, am I still? Can you hear me loud and clear? Do I still have people with me? Not seeing any comments. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's wonderful. So, where did I stop? So, I said tomorrow is a day you don't want to miss at all. You don't want to miss tomorrow at all because tomorrow we'll be talking about becoming a authority. Let me we'll be talking about tomorrow. See this. See, everyone is an authority. Understanding influence and air networks. This is so wonderful. It's on to miss. Establishing yourself an authority figure. Then how do you see? Then all these things. We'll be talking about them. Really, really utilizing LinkedIn as a tool. But we established this that the reason we needed to first of all mention is because my voice is breaking. Can you confirm that voice is clear or breaking? It's still breaking, sir. I believe it's your hand. If I'm not mistaken, that's your hand. I can hear myself clearly because I'm also joined in this. I'm also joined in the session. So, anyways, let's move ahead and then let's continue our discussion. We established yesterday that, hey Becky, I believe you should try to leave and join again. It is probably, or try to switch off your hotspot or Wi-Fi or data and switch on again, or put on flight mode and that we can be able to hear clearly. It is actually clear on my end. I believe that is network issue because I'm also joined in and I can hear myself clearly. Okay, let's move ahead, please. Let's move ahead. I don't know those people that have not joined this session, but they are missing out a whole lot. So we established yesterday that the reason we needed to consider personal finance was because money is a foundational thing that connects every one of us together. And then we all wake up every morning talking about and thinking about money, right? And and we it is very, very important that we actually address the issue of money before we even talk about virality, before we talk about how we can start career stability. Because okay, while you are trying to better your career, while you are trying to better your career, while you are trying to better your career, you need to be able your finances in shape, that at least you have the grace of sustenance that keeps you going while you try to get it better, because every of these things has to do with time. So now today, we I want to first of all start with a story why you take this very, very important personal finance and why you should have a good ground right now. you know about Favor was supposed to share a lot of these things, but she was really engaged with several other stuff, several other updates she had to share with you that she was not able to necessarily roll out all the updates she was supposed to. About 3 years ago, I joined LinkedIn. Practically, I was a businessman, and like I told someone yesterday, I don't argue this or that. I'm a businessman, and I want to keep it that. So I'm a businessman. All I just want to talk about and do is just do business. So I stumbled on LinkedIn by accident. Someone in my network that was on WhatsApp the other day. That was in 2020 November. The person made his first post on LinkedIn and was like, first on LinkedIn, and I was like, he sent a broadcast message and said, "Oh, you guys, let me check out this article. I just made my first on LinkedIn." I was like, oh, in my head, when I saw the BC, I was like, oh, that is something somewhat like a Medium kind of thing. You know Medium. I believe everyone who is a content writer would know what Medium is. So let me check this thing out because I'm this kind of person. I'm really, really down to earth. A number of people who are quite close to me knows that I can go out of my way to get things done for people, really, even sometimes to the detriment of my own self. And I was like, oh, let me get to see this link. Oh, and then I saw the link. I went on the platform and I realized that I realized that the article was nice. I realized it was LinkedIn. I've never heard of LinkedIn for then. And I made my comment. I was about to comment on it and I was told that I needed to create before I can drop a comment. Definitely, just like Medium stuff. That was what was in my head. Then to cut the long story short, I dropped my comment and was about to make out of the app. As I was making out, I realized that they recommended some people for me to follow who are part of normal numbers that I have, contact that I have. I was like, oh, I know these people. Let me just, yeah, on this, let me just click that connect button. Don't worry, we'll talk about connections tomorrow. And also the six. And I left the app for good until 21. I was just about business and as someone that was already into it. I was so engrossed in the possibility of me getting domination on LinkedIn, and I was like, okay, to put LinkedIn in my plans, I need to put LinkedIn in my plans. Lights of it was just ringing over and again in my head, and eventually I got started on LinkedIn officially in February. But you know what made me stay? I made my first post on LinkedIn with about 8 connections on the app. And then by the time I was coming back to check my post, I realized that 53 people had seen the post. What you call impressions. 53 people had seen the post. And I was like, wow, this is so wonderful. I remember my Instagram was close to 1,000 followers as at then. Don't mind my Instagram. Ever since then, it was Instagram and WhatsApp I was building. Ever since I found LinkedIn and I stayed on LinkedIn, my Instagram has been practically stagnant. And I was like, it's like there's more juice here. Oh. And that was how I stayed and I continued on the platform. Before you know it, before you knew what was happening, before you could say Jack Robinson, I was going viral. I was making posts. I was getting a number of reactions, a lot of reactions, several of them. But it was not translating to figures in my bank account. That is one. The times it translated to figures in my bank account, it became a burden on me, and in so much that I was not necessarily able to contain, curtail or contain my spending, and most of the transactions I made, I got into I got into debt. I got into several of those things. I had bad personal financial decisions. I stuck myself in things that were not good. I was not even able to do much of sales, and everything was just over and over and over like that. So I had the virality, but deep down my heart was burning. Something was wrong somewhere. I was not getting some things right. I was not getting some things in place, and I was always trying to figure it out. This is not saying that this was not saying that I was not making money, oh, but like I could share a scenario. One of the days, because I started going for speaking engagement back to back since like last year. Okay, I started in 2021 for yes. So last year, 2022, I was engaged back to back for physical speaking engagement, and because this time around I've been able to build virality, and then there's this class that comes with virality. There's this class that comes with virality, and then there's this shifting in your eyes that comes with virality. You get to strain your personal finance and wisdom, and then get to spend a lot of budget for things that by the time you start retrospecting, you realize they were really, really irrelevant. And this was what was going on for me. And that was when, you know, series not just build virality to help them to make their first monies on on online, the first thing that was a must for me was to help people to be grounded with correct personal finance principles and lifestyle, so that by the time your virality is translating into a little bit of dollars for you, to number one, sustain and manage the dollars. Number two, because of the sense you are getting from me, and then in how do they say it? And then because of the sense you're getting from me, and then also from cleansing, you are able to put your life together, make good personal financial decisions, make good money decisions, and then also you are able to build your virality. And when we talk about virality, I'm talking about necessarily visibility. And then finally, you're also able to make good connections and build good relationships with people. With me, if you're with me, say my liberation is here. If you're with me, say my liberation is here. If I can see how you are disturbing my comment section, well done. Arif, let these people focus. So, make I no send Lagos blow give you for where. So just a joke. Yeah, yeah. So my liberation is here. Now I can see juice in this event. My liberation is here. So now the first on our list is which choices clear off on your debts in a twinkle of an eye. The truth is, from the stuff here yesterday, I shared a particular story of playing the PES game yesterday. And then I realized that, when you start playing the game, it's almost like you get beginner's luck. You get to beat the computer here and there. So you get beat the computer and everything just happens. Sometimes when it's as if you're supposed to press L2, you went to press L2. And of giving shot or your direction back, or you're turning back in another direction. And in your head, you're like, damn, that was what made me lose game. And then, you're all in your head. The same way in our personal finance, from time to time. Okay, let me first wow you. Do you realize that? In terms of personal finance, the reason personal finance is called personal finance is because it is personal to you. And then no matter the insight I share with you, no matter the coaching I give to you, as whatever you decide to do is your finance, is what you do with it, because it is personal. I'm not able to necessarily make the decisions for you because it is personal finance. The only thing I can do is to advocate. The only thing I can do is to advise. The only thing I can do is say, oh, this is the lay down principle, the things that work, and this is how mindset should be. All right. And so the point I'm is that irrespective of what you have done with money before now and what you are going to do with money in the future, know that anything that happens with money in your hand, money is your slave. Don't forget that. Money is your slave. And as someone that owns slaves, sometimes you are going to send your slaves on errands where they never come. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You're going to send your slaves on errands that they will not return from. In Yoruba, they will say, I don't know if people, my Yoruba family are here. Eh? He went on a journey he can never come back from. That is, the direct translation into English. There are times that these things happen when you get to buy that thing that by the time you get home, you feel like did I actually buy this? Like, there was a time when I don't know, in terms of my enough, I had to like pay pay an exorbitant fee for the sponsor of the logistics of of people that was actually beyond. Number one, it was beyond my budget because number one, beyond my budget. Number two, it was more like it was not necessarily like people needed to do that stuff, and I did. Then actually that when I was doing it, I was doing it with a sane mind. I was like, oh, this thing is very important for me to do. All of it, so prospecting about months back, and I was like, wow, why did I actually spend that money? This money will still be with me, and if I didn't spend that money, I would have been able to do what I want, and I didn't need these people to be a part of it. We all make bad money choices. That's just the point. That's what I'm trying to all make bad money choices. And then sometimes these bad money choices get us deep into debt. Right? What do you do when you are in debt? Okay, let me give you number one principle. Yesterday we talked about the 10-10-10-70 rule. When you are in debt, know that the first your emergency is to clear off the debt. Note. So if you are saying that 10-10-10-70 people, 10 for God, 10% for investment, 10% for emergency, and 70% for your general spendings, know that at percent that percent is going to for, for debt, for the debt you are owing. I don't know why people say I'm saying I'm breaking so much. For the debt you are owing, debt responsibility. And in terms of that principle, that 10-10-10, usually what I now do for people within my cycle DMC, I tell them that when you are in debt, when you have debt to settle, increase emergency budget to 20%. 20% of anything you're making, you have debt. That is if you currently dealing with your now. If you currently have debt, any single money you're earning, make sure you're getting aside 20% of it to solve the debt, because you need, number one, be able to set up the debt as fast as possible. Now back to mindset. In terms of debt, I know it's breaking. Okay, finally this thing is saying
Yeah, can you guys hear me? Denu is trying to rectify the network, right, at his end. So while he's doing that, please let me know if you're getting what he's saying. If you have been following so far, can you signify? Let me know what you have heard so far. Chat type it in the chat box, please. While he's trying to get himself back on. I'm not seeing anybody's chat. Is anybody seeing me? Ah, okay. If you can see me, please signify in the chat box. Yes, money is your slave. Yeah, money is your slave. Money is all our slaves, right? And you need to be able to use money in the right way. And okay, okay, I can see you guys. I can see your messages now. I think it's the network. Yes, it's lagging on my end. So while he's trying to rectify his, his part, yes, yes, I can see the messages now. Yeah, yes, Emmanuel said he was discussing debt and clearing them up so we can be more focused. Basi said when you have debt, increase the emergency percentage from 10% to 20%. That's correct. And Samson said before he went off, he said once you notice that your debt is increasing, increase your 10% emergency savings to 20. Yes, and that's very correct also because if you have so much debt, let me give you an instance, right? Let's say you are owing 500,000 naira. 500,000 naira is equivalent to $500 right now. Okay, so let's say you're owing $500 and you need to pay it the next 3 months, and earning you're only earning $100, right, per month. How would you go about this? So we already know that normally if you're not owing any debt, you can keep 10% for emergency, right? So what you do now is you multiply that 10%. So for $100, let's do the equation, right? Let's do little maths. I'm a mathematician, so I like to do maths. So if you like maths, please say it in the chat box. Tell me how much you love maths. If you don't like maths, you can also signify, right? Before I start doing the calculations for you guys. Okay. So it's lagging on my head. So before I start seeing your messages, I'll just go straight to calculation. So let's say you're earning $100, right, in a month. That means you keep 10%, give 10% as your tithe. Samson said he doesn't like mass. Basi said he likes mass. Um, Tolua, she says he likes mass. Sardonic said mass is lit. Mass is lit. Everything in the universe involves mathematics, whether you like it or not, right? I'm looking for Arif's message because I know Arif doesn't like mass, right? And Winifred said mass is not bad. Oh, that's awesome. Ujuma said, "I'm the most stable person when it comes to maths." I don't even understand it. Ujuma, maybe it's because you have not changed your mindset when it comes to mathematics. The thing about learning anything in this world is that you need to change your mindset towards it. If you feel you don't like something, there is no teacher so good that's going to be able to teach you about that subject. Okay, I think it's back now. I think it's back and saying right now. So before you start talking, let me do the little calculations before I go off again. So you're earning $100. 10 10% of that is $10 as your tithe, right? You keep $10 aside for investment, and you have $10 for what do you call it? $10 for emergency. So you're going to double that, right? So you take 10 more percent. In fact, what I do is I'll take even 20 more percent, right? But let's say you take 10% more from the one you have for your normal spendings, right? So you had that's $20, right? For every month, it means you're going to save $20 to clear your debt. So 1 month, $20, 2 months, $40, 3 months, $60, right? 10 months, who knows how much that is in 10 months? That is $200, right? So if you do that for the next 2 years, you'll be able to clear your debt. If you want to make it faster, you can add 20% more. You can even three times it more, right? Some people do not like debt, and maybe you're earning higher, right? Maybe you're earning up to $200 in a month, right? To do the math, right? That's 10% of $20 is $20 for God, $20 for investment, right? $20 for emergency. If you times that by two, that's $40, right? So $40 in 10 months is $400. Are you seeing the math? $40 in 12 months, right? Is $480. If you do that in 1 year, you are going to be able to clear your $500 debt. Yes, no one likes debt. Mathematics is my very good enemy. That's what Mohammed Akintunde said. Henry said, "Hi and math are one." Okay, Saba loves math. Math is cool, right? So if you understood the little explanation I gave in the calculation, please signify in the chat box. I'd like to see you guys tell me that you are flowing with us. I want to see you guys moving. I want to see all your nice emojis. I love to see you guys communicate, because communicating with us means that you're understanding and we are flowing together. Because it will not make sense if we are actually moving, right? And you guys are not moving with us. If you know me as a choo-choo man, right? I like everybody to move the same progression in my train, right? So that's good. Something said, but it's 3 months that is due date. Well, if it is 3 months that is due date and you are earning $200 per month, that means that you are going to find a way to ensure that you save that $500 in that 3 months. But that will mean that you are saving almost all the money that you are earning, right? For the debt, you might not be able to do that. Let's say you now decide to cut out from that $200, $100. In 3 months, that is $300. So maybe that 3 months this thing was too short, because most times you might have to borrow, right? But let's extend it to 1 year. Your debt is 1 year, you have to pay it back. You can actually save money to pay your debt. All you have to do is just be consistent at doing it. You have to be disciplined. The thing about using this formula that Denu has shared with you, that you have to be disciplined about it, right? If you're not disciplined, you are going to go off the rail, right? You are going to lose track of what you are doing. So it's not that we are teaching you this thing right now. Then maybe you try it for 1 month this November, maybe even do it in December, and by January you forget about using the formula. You forget about setting 10% as tight. You forget about setting 10% for savings. You forget about setting 10% for emergency. You just go back to living life the way you have been doing it. You end up wasting money. You end up not getting the best that you can from your money, and you have to be prudent about money, right? Money is spiritual. Let me explain to you. Money will come to you if you know how to handle money, right? Money is spiritual. Money has emotions. Money moves to those people that know how to handle it. Money moves to those people that know how to care for it the most. If you don't know how to care for money, right? If you waste money, money might come to you, but it will quickly go away from your hand. But if you know how to use money, if you know how to put money into the right things, right? If you know how to multiply money, money will keep coming to you, because it knows that this person knows how to handle it, right? So you need to be disciplined. You need to be consistent about applying this strategy so that you can get the best. It's not going to give you $1 million in the first 1 month, in the first 3 months, in the first 6 months. But over time, right, being consistent with it, you see that in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, things are changing for you. You have to be ready to play the long term game. If you think that in in this month and in 2 months, in 3 months, right, you are going to be an expert at handling your finances, I'm sorry to break it down to you, right? It might not be like that. You might not become an expert. You can only be an expert like Denu is if you do it consistently over time. So I'm going to leave the stage for him again so he can continue from where he stops. I just wanted to put this thing in your mind so you know that discipline is needed when you're applying anything is going to teach you. Okay, so you guys continue. If you love my energy, if you love the way I've explained this thing to you, please let me know in the comment section. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Clinton, for that wonderful rendition. I must say, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, and to be very honest, he has done a lot of justice about debt repayment and all that. He has extended what I talked about, how you need to be disciplined, how you need to understand that money is spiritual, and then how you need to understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. That is what he said categorically, and where he was saying that you'll not be an expert, you will not necessarily be an expert in your personal finance, trying to stick to something 6 months. It is something, it has to do with you waking up every single day and being intentional about it, regardless or irrespective of how you feel about it. So this is something I've had to live with exactly. So we are actually a little behind schedule, but I'll try to double up. So yes, we all make bad money choices. How do you clear off your debt? There are several ways you could clear off your debt. But first, before I go about that, I need you to understand that debt, good or bad, is responsibility. And debt, where you are right now, and the reason I had to talk about debt is because I'm trying to motivate you in advance for the liberation implementation that some of you will be joining. Some of you will be joining the liberation implementation. You want to make more than $1,000 in 30 days in December. And I'm trying to get you to find things that are going to hold you down to get you and fuel you up to getting these dreams done. Something has to push you. Debt can be a motivation for you. Someone mentioned the other time that, oh, you have a deadline of a month, you have a $500 debt to repay. Then you join the liberation implementation, and then that is like your why. How do I repay $500? In your head, I've already shared with you that 20% of your income should be budgeted for debt repayment. Actually, you can try to expand it depending on your own personal financial decision and choices. However, the foundation is that 20% needs to be budgeted for debt repayment. And then you're like, okay, if 20% is budgeted for me to repay a debt of $500 by the end of December, how much money in terms of 100% am I looking to gather? So 20%, the 20% of any money I'm trying to gather has to be $500. Then I'm thinking that, oh, that means 500 times 5. I need to gather at least to $5. So that way you have gotten your own personal target for yourself for December. You have gotten your personal target, and this is what is making you run. This is what you're running with. So debt, the point is, debt at some point in time can be your why. That is if you have debt. For those who have debt, there are other reasons you need to make money. I can see this person, she's throwing shades at every other person that has debt on this call, and she's saying, I don't have debt. Lydia, well done. Well done. I pray you don't have debt going forward. It is very, very, debt is not necessarily a good place to be, because when we say money is our slave, when we say money is your slave, when you have debt, there's a way your creditors can be so ravenous, especially those that go so low. I don't recommend it. I've done it before and I hated doing it. I hated doing it. Though mine was not a case of they were on my neck, but it's not something I would recommend to anybody. Please, if you can do it, do not borrow from loan sharks, loan apps. If you can do it, I do not recommend it at all, because it gets into your head. It makes you run after money. It makes money to run to chase you up and down. It makes what is supposed to be your slave to become your lord. So please, yes, debt, they enslave you practically. So you don't want to go that route. If you can stay off debt, please stay off debt. But there are debts that are leverage. There are debts that are leverage. There's good or there's bad debt. Good debt is when you are borrowing, as someone that has been able to make big financial transactions. You are borrowing in terms of a loan to push a business operation, in terms of you're borrowing to make an investment done, in terms of you're borrowing to fuel the operations of businesses that you run and things like that. That is good debt. You go to the bank, you borrow a huge fund, maybe 5 million, 50 million, and then you put it in a particular business been expired. So that is there. But bad debt is when you are borrowing from loan sharks. Bad debt is when you are borrowing. Bad debt is actually not bad until when what you are borrowing for is something stupid. When you are borrowing to settle your wants, when you are borrowing to settle big things that if you had been very intentional with your personal finance, like we shared yesterday, you will not need to have borrowed for it. For example, borrowing to quickly settle up an emergency that is not even supposed to be talked about, things like that. So, hello, wake up. For those who have debt, hello, wake up. You now have a debt to settle. Sorry, but no sorries. Yeah, we don't sympathize with you. We don't say, oh, you have debt of so million. Congratulations. People who are close to me, they know that's how I talk. I say, oh, congratulations. Oh, your debt is 1 million. Oh, well done. That is good. That is good. It means the reason you're working, at least you have something that keeps you to wake up every morning and you're like, I have 1 million to pay. If and I like this statement, and I think I want you to note it down in your notepad and notebooks anywhere. Debt, the amount of debt that you owe shows that you have capacity to repay it. Whatever the amount of debt you owe. If you owe 10 million, if you owe people 10 million, everything makes up to 10 million, it means you have the capacity to pay it. You will not owe a debt you don't have the capacity to pay. So the point is, if you are in debt right now, the first thing you need to do is to rejoice. The first thing to do is to say, oh God, glory to God. It means you have the capacity to repay. And that is what a lot of people do not know. I will not, and this is the analysis here. As someone that is a businessman, the bank is not going to borrow me a loan of 100 million naira if I don't have the capacity to transact at the level of that loan. So if right now, maybe as a result of bad financial decisions here and there, you've been able to get yourself in debt in millions of naira, no, let it register in your mind that you got into that debt because you have the capacity to pay. So now what you want to now do is to get yourself up, braid yourself up, and get motivated. Join Liberation Implementation. The wait list is currently going at $35, though it is a $55 implementation, 30 days accountability program. Join the program, make more than $1,000, settle off your debt, and forget about it. So the debt that you owe means you have the capacity to pay. So let it be your let it be what keeps you going. Let it be your why. Debt can be a motivation. The reason you are in debt is because you have the capacity to pay. Start with affirmations, confessions. You don't. I was telling one of my very close colleagues today, my president at Goloku Diaries, I say, yes, I know we have some limitations here and there, but you don't remind me of my limitations if you don't remind, we should not remind ourselves of limitations if you are not causing way out of those limitations. We don't dwell on the negative. Yes, we acknowledge that the negatives are there, but we are acknowledging the negative with an immediate recourse and saying, oh yes, money is my slave. Yes, I actually hold this debt. That is, if you are in debt, I hold this debt of so million naira, so hundreds of thousands, and but money is my slave. You keep it in your mind, you keep it in your mouth, you keep saying it, and then you keep moving. You let money know that despite the fact that you are in debt of slaves, you are going to use slaves to repay. So truth, and you now know the truth about debt is that you need to make more money. And that is why we are going to talk about making more money. But before I talk about making more money, let me talk about how you should actually handle debt repayment. Number one, make sure you pay high interest loan first. Make sure you pay high interest loan. Pay them first as fast as you can. Pay them first so that so I just it's just me reinstating that I don't like the idea of borrowing from loan apps. I don't like the idea of borrowing from loan apps. So pay them first as fast as you can. Utilizing the strategies. And then another thing is that not all debt, like I said, money is something that has to do with a return of value. Is an exchange for something. You know, if for example you are in debt and then you are owing someone, have you thought about going to the person and telling the person, having a discussion with the person and say, I so sorry, I am not sure I can repay this debt. Tell the person, there are debts that I've cleared up. There was one time my guys, they came, they were in need of some five figures from me, and I was like, they even actually came to borrow from me, and I was like, why would I borrow you money? I just gave it to them. You don't need to borrow from me. Let me just give it to you. I don't want to borrow. I don't want to borrow you. I give it to you. So yes, some of you are borrowed from your friends, and then eventually you realize that you don't have the capacity to repay. You know, Swallow up your shame. Go and meet the person. If you feel like you're looking at the skies and you're looking at the seas and you're not seeing a possibility of you repaying the debt, go and meet the person and say, oh, this is the situation on ground. I don't know, what can you do for me? The person can bring it. It is called discourse. Discourse. The person can decide to say, okay, I'll take out about 50% of the debt. Just pay when you have it, pay 50%. Things like that. You have reduced your debt. You are getting at peace with yourself. So then there's also what we call debt consolidation. Debt consolidation, we are bringing this up at DMC very soon. It is something that has to do with, maybe you have a lot of debt. Several people here on this call, they might have, you owe this person 50,000 naira, you owe that person 20,000 naira, you owe that person 10,000, you owe this person 50, you owe this person 100, that person 1 M, and it's totaling about 20 different people that you're owing personally that way. Debt consolidation has to do with you getting a debt, a loan, a single loan, maybe a low interest loan, and you're able to pay off all the other debts, all the other several debts, so that you can be able to have peace of mind. Because when you have debt spread over a lot of people, there's a way it draws your mind, there's a way it draws you, affects you, it stops you from being able to push for your dreams. And then this time around, you have gotten a loan that you are just focusing on repaying that single loan. So the pressure is coming only from a place. So, you can consider debt consolidation very soon. We are bringing it up at DMC. It's actually cost intensive. And like I said, 10, 10, 10, 20 principle. So if you have too many debts and too many creditors, instead of getting all the pressure on yourself, I believe this has liberated somebody. Somebody has a lot of debt, and then you can go and borrow from your maybe uncle. Yes, you can tell your uncle that, please, this is the situation of things, but this is what I do, and I'll be able to pay in this kind of tranche over the next one year. I should be able to pay 20,000 every single month just to your uncle. So borrow that money, settle all the other people you are owing 2,000 naira, settle all of them so that you can focus on just your uncle, or focus on that person, and that the pressure is only coming from that angle, and that able to have peace of mind to chase other things. Because peace is a very, very important factor when it comes to prosperity. When you are not at peace, there's no way you can actually make more money. And the truth about paying debt, is that you need to make more money. You need to make more money, and you need to make more money as fast as you can. The faster you make money, if you are here, say my liberation has come, if you got that statement I just made, you need to make more money. The best way to pay off debt is to make money as fast as you can make money. And that is why you don't want to miss day 4, if I'm not mistaken, where Clinton is going to be sharing, then myself later, we are going to be sharing how you can create, actually, yes, I'll talk a bit about it on this call, but how you can create actually, and create offers, irresistible offers that people get to buy fast, 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 and then you're able to make money faster, 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 so that you're able to pay your debt fast. Because the best way to pay debt is by making a lot of money in a short time. All right, and that is what we'll be showing you. That is what we are showing you. We'll be showing you. So about making more money, how to create more income streams. That is the next thing we want to talk about shortly. I think in the next 5 minutes, so that we round up, and then we'll talk about building sustainable wealth, and then we are able to go to the question and answers. We are already very late into the call, but I believe. Do you want me to continue? I believe some people have been liberated. You want us to continue with liberation? you want to keep being liberated, please type in the comment section that your liberation, you don't want to stop, you want the liberation to be extended. So we can't talk making money, we can't talk personal finance without talking marketing, visibility, awareness. How do you make more money? How do you make more money? Especially, how do you create income streams that are unique to you? That is the session. Income streams that are unique to you. You know, everybody come online, and what you see online, they are pushing affiliate marketing. Oh, affiliate marketing is the next thing. Tomorrow we'll be talking about how to find that one thing, build value towards it, be positioned for it, and begin to attract people that pay you for that thing. You're right, people that pay you for that thing. But the truth is, we cannot talk about making more money without talking about marketing. What are you doing right now? How are people paying? How is money coming into your account right now? How can we get more people to pay you what you are earning right now, so that you can get more and be able to clear off your backlogs, or be able to get to your desired outcomes as fast as possible? These are questions we need to ask. It is unique to you. For me, it could be that I'm on this call, I'm telling you to join liberation implementation. Definitely is one of the streams for me. I'm giving you value, and you are paying for the value I'm giving you. It could be that I'm telling you to, or Clinton is telling you to join liberation community, because we have a plan for you. We want you to be able to sit down and be able to be intentional about your personal decisions, about getting to make the very best out of your career, out of your personal value, out of your personal person, your personal profile, and how to get even for the next one. So it may be one of that. It may be an income stream like that. One of the things you can do is to, the simplest form of marketing is building a presence online. It's simplest, the easiest, very, very point. And this liberation implementation is all about. And one of the things I'll make reference to, the way this liberation conference is designed. If you know what we are trying to do, for example, those that did the assignment from day one, we said they should introduce themselves, what they do. That's a call to action there, so that someone is looking for a content writer. The person reads the post that is talk about you being a part of liberation conference, and the person sees that, oh, I am Blessing whatsoever your name is, I am a content writer for so kind of brands, and the person say, and you end with, hit me up in the DM to learn more about how I can help you grow, blah 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 and blah, and the person hits you up in DM. That is you creating a channel for yourself. It is very, very easy to build a presence online. Very, very simple. However, even beyond online, you look into your environment. What can you do to make money for yourself? Recently I was looking into my environment, and I say, oh, these people is like, they'll be liking clothes. Oh, it's like they'll like some things. And I started looking at how I can penetrate even the physical space. Because really, you need to create systems that are unique to you. Yes, I understand. Some of you, it might be that you're fashion designing. All right. How can you attract to yourself? We'll talk. I'm just paraphrasing. I'm just trying to open your mind into how you can make more money. Yes, you are doing fashion design. That's the main thing you're doing. How can you make more money? How can you, for example, is it that you will teach fashion design? Will you write a book on fashion design? It can be an income stream for you. Will you teach fashion design? It can be an income stream for me. So you are earning not just as a fashion designer, you are earning as a fashion coach. You are earning not just as a fashion coach, you're also earning as a fashion fashion inspiration person because of your book. Then what else can you do? What else can you do? What else can you do? Maybe there could be apprenticeship. Oh, apprenticeship has to even be relative or subjective, because it is quite limited to the surrounding that you are in. Even events, yes. In fact, Golokodais published a book recently about fashion show production. As a fashion designer, have you thought about fashion show production? Have people come, and then have models come and audition, those kind of a thing, and then you look for partnership, making more money. Those are the things. And one principle about making more money is that, yes, while you have your core, you need to also be able to open your eyes and see opportunities. Are you with me? You need to be able to open your eyes and see opportunities. Recently I was in a conversation, and then this person just needed someone that was skilled in a particular field from a big organization, and I was like, oh, I have people in my network that can do that. And I connected the person and I got my commission. It was free money for me. Hello, making more money. Yes, so please be very, very open. And what are side hustles you should consider affiliate marketing. For example, the way the conference is designed, we attached all of you to an affiliate link, and we said, just talk about your experience of the liberation you are getting from this session, and then share it with people and attach your link there. Attach your link. People see the genuinity of the story that you are sharing, and they be like, they want to have this experience for themselves, and they click the link, they purchase the product, you get 60% commission. This is what talking about. That's a side thing. This is aside what you do. That is free money. On a norm, the knowledge you are sharing, the knowledge you are getting from me for practically for free here is something that you'll be utilizing in your day-to-day life, and then you even be telling others, because there's no way, if you want to be intentional about knowledge that is learned is knowledge in reserve. But when you share in knowledge, it is knowledge in action, and when you apply knowledge, it is wisdom already. All right. So sorry, when you share in knowledge, it is knowledge perfected. Knowledge perfected. But when you now apply knowledge, it is knowledge in action, and that is wisdom, and that is when you get results. So yes, you currently have knowledge in reserve, but I'm saying, okay, instead of just keeping your knowledge in reserve, why not just share this knowledge that I have shared with you, and then tell others? And what are you and that is why the prompt that Favor gave you is she said categorically, be expressive as possible. And I read some of the posts I was tagged on, and I've seen how you guys were expressive. This was the way you were thinking about money, and then when you add Denu talk and Clinton, and these were the things that came to your mind, and were like, oh, this is mind blowing. Are you excited to join the second session? Are you being blessed from the second session? Are you getting liberated from the second session? Is your mind opening in the second session? If your mind is opening in the second session, type in the comment section right away and say, my liberation has come. My liberation has come. Somebody said that to me. Let me say it. My liberation has come. Say that, say that, say that. My liberation has come, if you are so sure about it. I think I lost these people. Or is it my network? Beautiful, beautiful. Let it come in, let it come in. I can see Favor. My liberation has come. We are rounding up now. It's a 90-minute session. My liberation has come. My liberation has come. So consider coaching. Whatever thing you are doing, I've said it. You are doing fashion design. Become a fashion instructor. Become a fashion coach. Well, yes, I do personal finance. I'm now a personal financial coach. Somebody say hallelujah. So then, offline side hustles. Offline side hustles. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. When money is being discussed, don't close eyes. When money is being discussed, don't close your eye. Shine your eye. Shine your eye. All right. Your liberation has come. So, and that is how we talk about it. So quickly, let's talk about building sustainable wealth. We talked about investment. so, so we talked about investment, and we said investment is your 10%. How do you spend that 10%? We need to round up personal finance today. Guys, let me let you in on this for free. I was telling Clinton before we came live that I said this whole thing that we package into 2 days is actually an extensive course that is supposed to take at least nothing less than 24 hours for me to teach. It's an extensive course that I was preparing, and then we just had to compress into this 1 hour 30 minute session. I believe you are being liberated. I believe you're shifted. I believe so. I believe so. If you believe that you've been shifted, say amen. Say amen in the comment section. Say amen. Say amen in the comment section. So the number in terms of building sustainable wealth, I'll just talk generally. This has to do with your tenants. Some people, you see, a lot of you have had people that call themselves investors to 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 make you lose a lot of your money, and that is because you do not understand the principle of personal finance. But I thank my God that yesterday and today you joined the session and you listened on the 10-10-10-70 principle. and you're able to understand that regardless of still, make sure you always set aside 10% for investment. That is a default. So that should make that should infer on your mind. It should make an impression on your mind that on a norm by default, you're not supposed to make you're not supposed to make an investment. You're not supposed to my phone invest. You're not supposed to invest. I'm trying to put it well. You're not supposed to invest in the world now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? My I'm not being able to see myself here. You're not supposed to invest, that's the word. You're not supposed to invest under duress or under pressure. We see it every single day, and it has been experienced in the last days. Invest. I I am back. Can you hear me now? Hello. Okay, I think I'm being heard now. Okay, good, good. So you don't invest to become rich, but investing can help you build wealth, right? The lifestyle of the wealthy, they always have something set aside for investment purposes. And when we said 10, 10, 10, 70, I did not mean that we do not mean that 10% is just where you want to stay at. You can always increase it to 25%, 25%, and as your appetite times, but at least minimum should be 10%. So like always set a side of their income, for investment plan. So the point is, regardless regardless of if investment should not be at all, if investment is money this estimate is that is can you see let me connect. Okay, so I am back. I believe I'm back now. So the set aside always set aside money for investment plan. That's just the point. That's all. Then we have passive income. So, like I was saying, that people market investments ad at you, and the truth about and being marketed ad at you is that a lot of these people that are marketing investment opportunity ad at you, they are actually going to be getting commissions from the opportunities. This is not to say the opportunity they are marketing is a scam or whatever, But the point is, you need to be able to sit down and have the power of bargain, the power and that is why money is your master. Sorry, that is why you are the lord of money. Money is your slave. Investment opportunity should not be making you your heart jumping that if you don't jump on this investment opportunity, you are losing out in your life. No, calm down. You are the one in control here. The investment itself should not be controlling you, right? So investment is risky. Beat it, whether you like it or not. You may lose money at your first trials, at the start of your journey. That is the truth. The reason you are investing is not because you are trying to make more money. No, the reason you are investing is because you are trying to send money out as a slave. Remember, that was how we started from. We started with the mindset of money. And investing or investment planning is the way you show that money is actually your slave, because you are sending money out to go and make more money for you without you working. All right. Every other way that you've been using to make money, you are the one expending your time, you are the one that is trying to get things done and the likes of it. But this time around, it is money that is going out and the money is getting returns for you. So please calm down, make wise choices with your slaves. You don't want that because your slave is going out, you are running letter scatter in your mansion. Calm down, be at the place of peace and prosperity, and then make the decisions you need to make. All right, are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? If you are with me, say my liberation has come. If you are with me, say my liberation has come, please. So there are different types of not be able to go through all of these things now. The point is, know that investment is risky, whether you like it or not. They call them low risk, they call them high yield, and whatever. Don't worry, when you join DMC, we go and dig deep into when you join the community, we'll be digging deep into some of these things. And in DMC2, these are the things that we'll talk about. So in the community, we'll be having more sessions. That is Liberation Community, which you can see it on your screen. You can join the wait list. It is actually $5. You can join the wait list to get more, because I cannot talk about all these things in just this little time. I mean, we have expended a lot of time already, and we are trying to cover up the curriculum. So how to make money work for you without raising your BP? Number one, again, it is the re-emphasizing of the fact that money is your slave. So you first calm down, and this is your personal finance. But this is not, I'm saying this not for you to now become lethargic. All right, not for you to become lethargic and you're not able to make money decisions. No, the point I'm making is that you should not be carried, you should not be running to and fro as a result of, right, you're trying to make your money go into a scheme. Calm down, make your findings, make your sharp findings, your sharp analysis, not under blood pressure, not under duress, not under pressure that, oh, if you don't do this, you're losing your lifetime. Calm down. You made the money and you're trying to send your slave on an errand. Let's look at it logically. So there are several types of investments. There is liquid investment by liquidity, which is liquid. There's liquidity, there's investment by income, there's investment by license and regulations, there's investment by risks. you know there are investment across real estate, venture capital. There are investment across sectors and fields, in the music industry, in the media industry, in the medical industry, in the health industry, in the pharmaceutical industry, in the government world. In the government sector, there are investment opportunities, from government bonds to bank to bank bills, and several of them like that. They are investment opportunities. But the point of investment, or the point of building sustainable wealth, is that the reason you are investing is not because you're trying to make more money, but yes, you're going to make, it's because you are trying to build your tree of wealth and to make slaves of money. All right, you learn more when you join the community and in advance when you're with us at DMC. Then two, we can see how to join the community right here. It's just a whooping offer, $3.5. After the training session, after the 7 days training session, it goes to $5. So you see the link on the screen right there, you can go for it. So we have, then the last thing I want to talk about before we go into the quick question and answer is that fight for your site. It is something, is a very, very key principle in personal finance. Fight for your site. Fight for your site. Fight for your site. Fight for your site. Let me quickly share a scenario. The reason, have you ever I don't know which background you came from, but when you look into your family, your nuclear family, and realize that they're in this kind of apartment, they live in this kind of apartment, you know the community is $3.5. That is 3,000 naira for Nigerians, $3.5 for other people that are paying in dollars. No, liberation implementation is $35. Liberation implementation is $35. Liberation community, Telegram community is $3.5. And the truth is, when you join Liberation implementation, you also you get to join the community for free. So if you want to go for Liberation implementation, which the desire for Liberation implementation is to help you make more than $1,000 next in the next 30 days in December. When people are dating in December, you're also dating it with style. You can join Liberation implementation waitlist. You get access to Liberation community, then a lot of other packages. So we'll be talking more about all of these things in the course of the conversations. But this is in case you want to, like, you're a person that wants to make decisions fast. Please join in as fast as possible. Then when you go to the link, you also see some further details about what it is all about. And then, yes, the liberation implementation is one, the liberation community is another thing. Then there is liberation affirmation. We'll talk about that probably tomorrow. So fight for your side. It is very, very important for you to fight for your side. The truth is, like Clinton said, I think I want to bring Clinton on board because you're practically rounded up now. So the truth is, let me stop sharing my screen. The truth about money is that money is a spiritual thing. It's something that has to do with spirit, right? And like I said, money is not something that is the end in itself. Money is a means to an end, right? Money is a means to an end, and you're trying to use money to get some things. So why you do not necessarily have the things you need to get whatever thing you want, you can actually build an experience of those things you desire without necessarily having the financial capital to engage them for yourselves. What do I mean? You are someone that you believe will be living in a mansion. Have you ever taken yourself out, for people in Lagos, to Eco Atlantic, to just go and walk and sightsee? Do you realize that you don't need gate fee to do that? And then when you go there, you dress fine, you dress well, you do as if you want. I do these things a lot though. I do it a lot. If I'm bored, I just go out to a place that I know that if they look into my bank account, they'll be like, "What are you doing here? Hello, sir." And I even go and, for example, the other day I was pricing. I mean, it is those shoes. They are very, very. They are not expensive. They are very, very cheap. I was pricing a shoe that was, I think, 295,000. Very, very cheap shoe. And I even have a shoe that is better than it. And I think I bought that shoe. Don't let me talk about the price I bought the shoe. And the shoe is even better. But the name of the brand is actually something that is luxurious. And I was pricing confidently. I was fighting for my height. And as I was doing that, I was concocting with him that this is my least threshold. This is something easy for me to buy, and the things like that. So visualization, it is free. It is free. As long as you have transport money and you have good clothes. I can speak English like Denu. You don't need to speak phonetics. As long as you can speak English that is communicable, people can hear and listen and they understand what you're saying. Hello, you are their clients. Hello, you are their client. So please fight for your highs. What this does is that it helps you expand the possibilities in your mind. It helps you feel like, oh, that thing is 180. So by the time people are saying they want to buy something that is, in fact, for example, I've seen a show of 300,000 now, and someone is telling me that they want to buy a show of 10,000. I'm like, I'm not able to relate because I've seen shoes that are 300,000. I'm like, oh, that's a cool shoe. That's a cool shoe. That's a cool shoe. So he said you are selling this one When I get this one, I'm getting another leg for free, right? Oh, good, good. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love this shoe. I love this shoe. Do you have size 42? All right. You go. I'm saying, please. Your body won't go to where your mind hasn't. Favor. I love what you just said, and that is just the explanation of it. So talk about vision boarding. Have pictures for yourself. Number. Have pictures for yourself. You know. Then try to stretch yourself to experience these things. In experiencing them, you don't necessarily need. Yes, I know some people have said. In fact, one of my brothers said recently that pay for an hotel that costs you about 100K for just one night, or even 150, 200K for one night. Yes, but you know what? You don't necessarily need to pay for the hotel before you start experiencing the hotel. Go and price the hotel to know how much they charge. Go and engage them, make enquiries. As you are making enquiry, tell them you want to see the room they have available. You don't need to pay. You are a client. A client can decide to walk into a system and decide not to patronize them. When you pride yourself in this reality, you become audacious and you are expanding the horizon of your mind, and possibilities are penetrating and percolating into your heart. And this is what we are talking about. This is how you begin to now see. And because of these possibilities that are penetrating and percolating deep, you are able to now see the possibilities of you saying, oh, you want to do this, you want to make this particular move, and it's supposed to generate this particular return for you in terms of investment and in terms of profit for your revenue. You get what I'm saying? So please fight for your eyes. When you have the opportunity, fight for your eyes. And fighting for your eyes is free. Fighting for your sight, it is free. Fight to see good things. All right. Fight to see good things. Fight to see good things. And I think we have learned a whole lot in personal finance. That brings us to the last part of our personal finance. Now, everything I've said, $1,000 is not like, oh, it's like a little thing, because I've talked about a shoe that is 300,000. 300,000 is practically $300, and you're like, $1,000 is too small a money for me to make, isn't it? Or is $1,000 still a big money to you? Because you are seeing a shoe that is even as high as $300. Even some people that are watching this thing from the United States, they're like wondering what is $300, because the shoes they buy there are like $1,000. And Abby, hello, fight for your highs. There are 1,000 ways you can make $1,000. There are 1,000 ways you can make $1,000. There are a million ways you can make a million naira. Number one, get yourself acquainted with the mindset of money. What is that mindset of money? That money is your slave. Then why you are always affirming to yourself, remember that you need to manage the money you're making. And in terms of managing the money you are making, in fact, it's a paramount, it's a general factor. Don't forget the part of God, because God, don't forget partnership with God. And the least way you can partner with God is by paying God a tithe of 10%. Then you manage the money you're making. 10, 10, 10, 70 principle. Manage that money. Yes, it is 20,000. It is 20,000. Oh God, imagine see me saying $20,000 in a month, and somebody is making that. Even from this call, someone that is hearing me in December, the person is making $20,000. The person joined Liberation implementation, or maybe the person didn't, but someone is going to make it $20,000 in the month of December. And I know, because you have gotten the principles. It is from these things that I said. The person just goes out and then gets to market himself and does things like that. So manage the money you're making, then learn to make more money. The only solution to not love money is to make more. Abi, how will I put it? The only solution to not be hungry for money is to actually make more of it. Just continue making more money. Make more money, and then with that, we have come to the time of question and answers. We've talked about personal finance. Tomorrow we'll be digging deep into viral authority. Clinton, you can come on board now. Let's see your face. We'll be digging deep into viral authority, how you can utilize whatever your skill set, how you can use your skill set to generate stuff, things like that. So
Thank you so much, Denu. You have done so much for these guys today. I myself have been learning too, right? And if you are here and you have not been jotting in your book, in your diary, whatever it is that you have set, right, to take notes. If you have not been taking notes on what this valuable man has been dropping, I'm sorry for you, right? It means you are not really ready. It means you are not you're not ready to enter into your liberation fully because your mind can only capture as much. You need to have these things down so that you can reflect on them. But the more you reflect on them, the more it will be possible for you to actually act on them. Because learning without implementation leads to no progress, right? You need to implement everything that he has taught you. Now, I'm going to add a few things to what he has said, right? The first thing is actualization, right? I saw what Favor FX said in the chat box. Yeah, visualization is free, right? She said, from the corner of your room, you can travel the world. And that is true, right? It costs you nothing to visualize. It costs you nothing to be living in Silicon Valley, right? It costs you nothing to be living in Echo. Let's come the Nigerian scene, Echo Atlantic, right? VGC. It actually costs you nothing. If you have the value, if you have the money, you can do it, right? Yeah. So you have to be able to think about it. But now it is easy to visualize. The hard part is actualization. It's not enough to just visualize. It's not enough to just okay. It's not enough to just sleep. Before you sleep, go to bed. Think about where you want to stay, the kind of house you want to stay, the kind of people, the kind of connections you want to have, the kind of spouse you want to have, right? The kind of places you want to travel to. It's good to visualize them, but you need to learn how to start actualizing this thing, right? And that's why we have prepared the community for those of you that will be needing extra resources, extra guidance, right? And extra hands so that you can have people that you are moving on the same journey with, right? And also the implementation program for this liberation, we call it the liberation implementation, right? It's for those that are willing to take this thing hard because you might learn all these that we have said, right? And if you don't implement it the right way, you might not get the result that you want. So if you want to get the result that you want fast, right? The liberation implementation is for you. So second thing I want to say is gratitude, right? Most of us we are not grateful for the money that we receive, and then we don't get more, right? Everything in this world is made of substance, right? And this substance, right, is a thinking substance. This substance is all connected to the universe, right? We are all connected to the universe. We are all connected to God, right? It is God that created the earth, and everything in the earth is what creates whatever it is that we use. Everything that you are using was created from this earth. There's nothing that you are using right now that was created from Mars, that was created from Venus, right? That was created from the earth. Money is created in this earth, right? And if you want to make money, you need to understand that, like I said yesterday, everything you want is waiting for you to grasp it. It's waiting for you to collect it. But while you are collecting these things, you need to be grateful to the creator, right? You need to show appreciation to God. If you don't appreciate God for blessing you, right, you are not really going to get more, right? The more you show gratitude, the more you are grateful for the little you have, for the more you get, for the plenty that you receive, the more that comes to you. Like I said, money is spiritual. That is why it is a fundamental thing to pay tithes. I've had let me explain some things to you guys, right? I've had times where I wasn't paying tithes, right? It were the lowest times of receiving income for me, right? It might be funny. Not everybody is a Christian. Not everybody is like a Muslim. Not everybody is religious, right? Of course, there are so many rich people in the world that are not religious, right? But if you understand the fundamental part of money, the fundamental part of receiving, the fundamental part of the universe, you know that it's all about giving and taking. It's all about showing gratitude. You need to show gratitude. You need to appreciate whatever it is that you receive so that you can open doors for more. if you are grateful for whatever you receive, you are opening a bigger door for more. So please be grateful when you receive money. Be grateful to the creator when you receive money. Right. So that's all I want to say. Right. And you guys, you can start dropping your questions so that we can answer them. We have gone way past about 20 minutes past time that we set for this, right? But if you have enjoyed this section today, please let me see you with your fire emojis. If you have enjoyed today's session, if you have gotten value from Denu, if you have gotten value from myself, please drop your fire emojis. Let us see that you guys are active and you are gaining what we are trying to put to you guys here. Okay, and please drop your questions to while you're at it. I can see Vic say I'm going to Eco Atlantic tomorrow. That's wonderful. Please go. Yeah, please go. Patrick said his diary is fully packed. It's liberating there. I love that. I love that. The liberation fever is hot, right? If you're not feeling the liberation fever, I don't know where you are. I do not know where you are located, right? Yes, the heat. I want to see the fire emojis to show that yes, look at even where I am. There's so much heat, right? The liberation heat is causing fever. So imagine what we have been able to give you guys in just 2 days. We have not dived deep into the main part of this liberation conference. We're now going back from tomorrow. We're going to be going into understanding how to build viral authority, right? After that, we teach you how to create offers, how to have the right mindset, right? When you are dealing with clients, so that you can be able to charge money that you are worth. Sorry, not money that you are worth, money for the value that you are giving. Because there are two things, right? If I tell you to charge the money that you are worth, in your mind, you might not think you are worth up to 500. If you don't think you are worth up to $500, how can you charge $500? If you don't think you are worth up to $1,000, you cannot charge $1,000. So you need to right now. I will advise you, you do not charge what you think you are worth. You charge for the value that you are bringing to the table, right? So please drop your questions, please, so that we can round up today's session, so that you guys can go and reflect on what you have learned and also have yummy dinner. Because I know a lot of you are already getting hungry to eat this night, right? If you are in Pakistan, maybe you have had dinner already. If you are in India, I know it's a bit late over there. If you are in Nigeria, I know you are looking forward to go and eat your either rice or fufu. I know some of you like fufu. Yeah, I can call names. I know some of you that would like to eat fufu. So please drop your questions so that we can round up. Okay. Thank you. I'm seeing the fire emojis. I'm loving you all. Anointing. I'm loving how many fire emojis you're dropping here. Samson, you're making today's session exciting for me. Nora, thank you so much for showing up. Oluwaseyi, Akinlo Sefavor, right? Amarachi, you guys are the best, right? Lovely, lovely. So I'm seeing real. Mama real, you're
Oh, really?
awesome.
Stay on the
I'm seeing
call.
Frank. Yeah, I'm seeing Janet. You guys are awesome. Janet is laughing. Janet is from Kenya. I believe she's from Kenya. She's laughing at Nigerians that are eating fufu. Wow, very funny. So if you have questions, please drop it for us so that we can answer it. If you do not have questions, let us know so I can round it up and then
If you
we
don't have
prepare for
questions,
tomorrow.
sign up for the waitlist. Join the waitlist of Liberation Community. By Sunday, Liberation Community goes to $5 per registration. So you want to join in ASAP, and you still want fire emojis. Henna, sure. Really saying that there's heat and you still want fire emojis. Definitely. We want the heat to be so heated that it is bubbling. Yeah, so thank you so much. I've been financially liberated. I just put my own income strategy down. So now, you know what? Let me just give you a hint on what. Please, how do we get access to the Liberation implementation link? Okay, I'm going to have to tell Favor to send it to the group, and she's sending it right away, right? She's going to send in right away. Liberation, join Liberation. So she's going to send in very shortly. Uh, After the session, she's definitely going to send it in. Then also, for those who will be able to join Liberation, if you can join, yeah, I wanted to make mention of something the other time. I said for day two stacks, day two's assignment, it is simple. I believe you assignment template for day one. It is practically the same thing. So in that same vein, what have you really learned that they jotted down? Someone said, who said I just came up with my own personal income strategy. So someone like that can go share what exactly you've learned. Just be as specific as possible. You have the affiliate link to the Liberation conference that is attached to your email. Share with people so that people can register and get 60%. You can make, in fact, like I share, the intention is that I want you to be in the Liberation implementation because I want you to be a premium person that I'm holding accountable. You saw the way Favor held you accountable. Now think of myself and Clinton holding you accountable every single day of your life. Is not did not okay, let me try to be calm. I wanted to say they did not born you well to not make money. So, but like the point is, I want to really hold you accountable. So I want you to actually make it. So definitely, if you are able to leverage this affiliation that we did, and then you share your stories effectively, definitely you are getting a certificate at the end of the day when you fulfill the 7 days. But beyond the 7 days, and you're creative as possible, and you share the affiliate your affiliate link with people, let them know that this stuff is actually transformational, which of course it is. It is obviously transformational. I mean, this is 20% of, have you done 20%? I doubt. Tomorrow is going to be hot. We'll be dissecting some principles. Some people that have felt that they do not have value that is presentable to the world. I'm telling you that those people will be liberated tomorrow. Just personal finance. Now you can go out there and you can play like Messi and Ronaldo on the field of football. All right, and think of that in your personal finance. Clinton wants to say
So
something.
guys, I want to thank you. Guys are wonderful. I've been seeing the post that you're tagging at myself and Denu, and I'm loving it, right? But now I want to I want to make it easier for you guys to get results, because if you keep putting the links in your LinkedIn post, the algorithm might shadow your content. It might not get as much reach as possible. So please try not to put the link in your LinkedIn post. In fact, in the comment section, when you make the comment, do not put the link in the comment, the initial comment, the main comment. You can write any text you want to put there. You can put the flyer, but go to the very first comment, and then you can add the link, right? Rather, go to the very first reply of that comment and add the link, so people can also get to see that comment. LinkedIn is shadowing comments, shadowing posts, right? That have links, because they do not want people to leave the platform. Social media platforms, they do not like people leaving their platform, so they try their possible best to stop um posts or comments, especially LinkedIn right now, that have links that will take you away from LinkedIn. They want to keep you on LinkedIn as much as possible. So ensure you do that, and try and make the post a little bit more exciting. Let it have a little bit more emotion, right? Because you're not just doing this to get certificate. You want to use it to make money. If you can get up to 5, 10 affiliates, you know how much that's going to be for you, right? And you can easily get access to the community like that. You can easily get access to the implementation program by just selling the affiliates, right? So so do it right, okay? So they know have something to share with you guys.
So yes, Patrick just said something, and then I just saw what Favor commented. You know, we said something when we were sharing, when Favor was sharing this thing. I was the one that created the basics of LinkedIn for newbies by myself. It took me about 5 days working night and day to create it, and I categorically stated here that we needed you to. I needed you to really go through the things I'm putting here because we not love to go, because what we want to talk about are things that will skyrocket you, just want to launch you out. So we don't want to talk about the basics. That was why we left the basics. So you should go back and engage that basics of LinkedIn again, foundational things that has to do with Foundational things that have to do with your LinkedIn account have been quite stated there. You know, how you set up your profile, how you secure your account, how you recover some. I can't find Samuel. Is his name Samuel Adeyemi that commented yesterday that his LinkedIn was restricted? I told him to engage that link over and again because that link has 99.9% what's the word again? Percent positivity results in short. So it's just simple. Then one thing I also have seen, I've been seeing the way some of you have been doing your storytelling in the posts you've been making for your certification and including your your affiliation to the whole conference. And then I can assure you that a lot of you are really trying, but I also want you to rest assured. I also want you to rest assured that come day 4, is it not day 4? No, I think that is day 5. We'll be talking about content strategy on LinkedIn, then also on other social media, content marketing, storytelling, how you need to build these skills, irrespective of who you are. You're a fashion designer, that is your core. You're a fashion designer, you need to be able to tell stories about fashion design that attracts to you people that are interested in engaging you for your services or for whatever thing you do. So the point I'm trying to make and what I'm trying to say is that do not miss on day 5. Do not miss on day 5. All right. Do not miss out on day 5. Day 3 is tomorrow. Don't miss out on it. The rate, the number of participants today was a bit low. As of yesterday, this time around, we still had like 80 people. Not discouraged. I can be discouraged. It is very, very. If you were blessed during this session, I want to see in the comment section again that your liberation has come. If you were really blessed, if you feel like you have spent the last 2 hours of your time profitably, and you know you've been shifted for greatness from this call, you have clarity on how you can go about your personal life. Let me say in the comment section that my liberation has come. Your liberation has come. If you are so sure, if you're sure you didn't come here to waste your time, I think we wasted a lot of people's time. Clinton, nobody is commenting. Am I seeing comments? Hello, is anybody with me? Oh, is it network that is holding my comment, or you people were holding my comment from me? So please, like we said, it has come in. It's beautiful. We said these things, you meditate on them, meditate on these things, watch the replay over and again, watch it over, and there are some things you didn't catch. There are some things when you were writing in your notebook you were not able to note down effectively. When you listen over and again, you are able to remember these things, and even those little strategies for your own personal life you begin to get. All right, so tomorrow is a big day. Those that want to join the liberation community, please, you can even write it out in your notebook. It is seller.co/liberation community. You can see it's all small letters, all small capitals. Seller.co/liberation community. You join the wait list, you are automatically added to the Telegram channel without any interference. You just find yourself in the Telegram channel, all waiting for us to begin to drop updates back to back. The community goes live December the 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Then also for Liberation Implementation Group, you know, seller.co/liberation implementation. You get added with this time around. Favor is not involved. I know some of you had a lot of stress with Favor. This time around, Favor is not involved. Just go to seller.co/liberation implementation. You find yourself on the WhatsApp group immediately. You settle and make your waitlist payments. The liberation community is still $3.5. The liberation implementation, which is more like a sales challenge, a make money challenge for December, is $35 to join the wait list. But on the 25th, both are going up. And I want you to join in as fast as possible so that you don't get to not like wait, so that you don't get to spend extra and beyond your budget to join in. So if you want to gather the money from here and there, quickly do that and then let's get to joining. So that'll be the end of today's session. For day two's assignment, before Favor share with you, let me just share with you, give you a knowledge about it. Clinton can give me clearance on this, just the same way you shared about day one yesterday, be as expressive as possible. The things you learned in this call, go and share it out with a good picture of you. Borrow someone's Samsung camera phone. I'm not talking about Samsung A series. I'm talking about Samsung S series or Samsung, you know, Z. Those are good camera phones. Sorry, I'm not trying to diss people that are using A series. I just feel like they're like Techno and Infinix. Get someone Samsung. I'm sorry to those that are using iPhone. I don't believe in your phones. So I use a Samsung S, so definitely I love Samsung S. So get someone that has a Samsung S series phone, Samsung Galaxy S. Get yourself a good portrait picture. Use it to make a post for yourself on LinkedIn. It could be a selfie image, of you smiling big, and then talk about what you really learned. So you could also make a video of you and your notepad, how your notepad is full to the brim and the likes of it. I know you have been liberated, and I'm so happy to have had you on this call. That will be the end of today. God has blessed you. We meet here tomorrow again. Somebody scream, my liberation has come. Glory to God. Glory to God. So that will be the end of the session. Bye.